because I'm sure that all of you had a similar reaction to me. You see the video, your friends start telling you that, oh my God, they just shot the president. And then when I first saw the clip, I was worried. You saw him go down, and I didn't know what was going on afterwards. I was so terrified that we had just lost a great president, but an unbelievably terrible thing for our country in that moment in time. I was just so afraid for him and so afraid for our country. And then, of course, he stands up a minute later after they shot him. They literally shot him. And he raises his fist in the air, and he says, "Fight, fight, fight." He fires up the crowd. But this is where the media was really dishonest, and I think they really miss what the man is made of, because after he literally got shot, came within millimeters of losing his life in the service of this country, what did he do? I remember what I did. I was pissed. As soon as I knew he was okay, I felt relief, and then I was like, I cannot believe an assassin tried to take down the President of the United States. I was mad about it. Was he mad and angry? He called for national unity. He called for calm. He showed leadership, my friends, that the media keeps on saying they want somebody to tone down the temperature. Well, Donald Trump got shot and he toned down the temperature. That's what a real leader does. There's another spin on the contrast again between Joe Biden and Donald Trump that I think it's important to take on. President Trump obviously is one of the most successful real estate executives in the history of our country. Of course, the Trump name became synonymous with luxury and with beauty in the real estate world. And Joe Biden, of course, likes to pretend that he's just Scranton Joe. I don't think Joe Biden knows much about what he is or isn't these days. But, the guy who actually connects with working people in this country is not fake Scranton Joe. It's real President Donald Trump. Because they know that he has their best interests at heart. They know that when he was president for 4 years, groceries and gas and energy and housing were actually affordable to a normal person in this country. And after 4 years of the Biden administration, the basic trappings of a good middle-class life have become less and less attainable. In my home state of Ohio, the average Ohio family is about $10,000 poorer than they were 4 years ago. And of course, Ronald Reagan famously asked in a great debate, I think it was Jimmy Carter, he said, are you better off, he asked the American people in a debate with Jimmy Carter, I should say, are you better off than you were 4 years ago? And I wasn't alive when he asked that question, but I know millions of Ohio families who would answer that question with a resounding no. And if you asked the opposite question, were you better off in 2019, in 2020 than you were in 2016, those same exact families would say, absolutely yes. It is time to go back to the leadership of Donald Trump. It is time to get rid of the corrupt Biden-Harris regime that has broken this country, that has ruined its reputation in the world, and most importantly, has made a basic middle-class life less affordable for our citizens. Let's get rid of him, and let's bring Donald Trump back to the White House. So I got a little bit of a taste of this over the last few days, because it turns out we have a Secret Service detail. You don't drive anymore, okay? And I've thought about this a lot, because I thought, like, how does President